Hey guys, welcome back to GuitarAnimal.com. This is going to be a more detailed video covering You Really Got Me, originally recorded by the Kinks, and this version is the Van Halen version. As I stated in the first video, I'm doing this in standard tune as opposed to half step down. Although the original version was a half step down, I felt that most of you probably have a standard tune guitar, so we can cover this on standard tuning. If you want to sound like the original recording, just tune down a half step. Although, side note, if you do find Van Halen doing it with Sammy Hagar singing, it would be standard tune, so you could still play along with him in standard tuning. He can sing in a higher register, and he didn't have a problem with the tuning on this song. So, the first riff we're going to do, we're going to be using two sounds on the guitar. The 3rd fret of the 6th string, which is a G note. Might as well memorize that because it's always going to be a G note, so just remember G note on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Or we're playing an A5 chord, and that will use the 3rd through the 5th strings, 2nd fret on the middle 2 strings, 5th string open, that's A5, and we're going back and forth between the single G note and the A5. So it's and then we do a muted sound. I'm just touching the strings here and hitting them. If I didn't have my guitar plugged in, sounds like that. So plugged in. We repeat this a number of times. Ending with a slide. You have a pick slide. If you want to do that, you just use the edge of your pick and just drag it along the strings. The wound strings sound really good. Side note on this, be careful because when you do a pick slide, the strings can actually cut grooves into your pick. If you cut grooves into your pick along the tip of the pick, where you're actually hitting the strings when you're playing, the grooves will actually catch the strings, so you've ruined your pick. So if you do want to do a pick slide, what I do is I flip that pick backwards and grab it this way, so I'm going to cut into the back edge of the pick. A little bit hard to do on the Deva pick because if I get into the rubber, it's pretty quiet. But we don't want to cut into the tip of the pick when we're doing pick slides. All a pick slide is dragging the pick along the strings. Sometimes you'll follow it up with a slide. Kind of a Boston type thing. So anyhow, that's a little bit about pick slide. And then we do just slide the notes back down from the, I have it 17 on the tablature, which you can check at the tablature as well, but you could do it from the 15, which would be another G note. Either one of those is fine. It's just a sound effect going back to the 2nd riff, which is exactly the same as the first, but instead of going with 2 mutes, I'm doing 3. And again, to do mute, I just touch the strings and hit them, and I get that sound. Now when you're playing loud through a lot of amps, it actually sounds like a drum sound, so it kind of gives you a kick sound. So it's a little bit more impressive when you're loud than it is when you're quiet here. So the first riff. That was with 2 mutes. 2nd riff. At the end of that, I'm just bending that G note we talked about. And then vibrato on it. 3rd riff, based on the first riff, but we're not going to use any mutes at all. And we're going to palm mute a little bit to make it a little quieter. We're doing that to open it up for the vocals, so we don't have so much guitar going on at such a loud volume you couldn't hear the vocals. So the 3rd riff is just. Then we have a fill riff. It's a little bit more advanced, so if you guys are beginners, this may be a little difficult to play. We're going to play it in the 2nd position, which will be the 2nd fret. We're going to be playing notes on the 4th fret, the 3rd fret, and the 2nd fret. Full half bend, 4th fret of the 3rd string. Then we're going to go to the 2nd fret, full bend, and then just the regular note. Then we're going to go 4-3-2 on the 4th string, and then 4-3-2 with a slight bend, quarter bend on the 3. The whole riff. I'm using what's called semi-harmonics or artificial harmonics, where I'm actually letting my thumb tip touch the string just in front of where I'm picking. Gives you that. If I don't do it, will be shooting a video on how to do artificial harmonics, and so be looking for that, because that's a little bit of a detail that we've not covered yet in these lessons. But the riff is... Let me go back into the regular rhythm for the verse. The palm muted sections, part 3. Second fill riff, a little bit more difficult. The 5th position, we're playing the 7th fret of the 3rd string, half step bend, pull off to the 5, then back to the 7 for a full bend, and then we're going to go down the strings, 5th fret on the 4th string, 7th fret, 5th string, and then 3, 2. And that takes us up to the next rhythm, which is going to be the B5 chord. That's going to be the 4th fret of the middle 2 strings and the 2nd fret of the 5th string. I'm using the open note to give you that change there. So once we do that, we're going to move up to the 5th position and 7th position, same chord shape, playing a D5, which would be 5 on the 5th string, 7 on the middle 2 strings, and then we're going to do the D sharp, 6 on the 5th string, 8 on the middle 2 strings, and ending on the E, which is 7 on the 5th string, 9 on the middle 2 strings. So that part goes like this. This is a section of the song, the chorus, where they're singing "You Really Got Me." So standing on a D chord, big slide, back to the beginning. So I'll play through all these parts for you on this video, slowly. Good. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos for you members, which is the detail inside scoop on all of these songs. This is You Really Got Me by Van Halen. Let us know what you think.